my formative speech, and there's my audience members. Think back to when you were in grade school. You're probably thinking along the lines of playgrounds, nap times, games, and laughter, right? For Malala Yousafzai, this was not the case. Gunshots, explosion, and smoke surrounded her. Fear for her life crept inside as she walked to school every day. Girls' schools were being blown up daily by the Taliban, while boys' schools were staying open, unharmed. Malala had the strength and courage to stand up for what she believed in and craved oh so dearly: education. Malala Yousafzai is a young, courageous 16-year-old girl who almost died fighting to stand up for what she believed in. So who is Malala? Malala Yousafzai was born on July 12, 1997. She is from Angora in the Swat district of Pakistan's northwestern Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province. Malala was the eldest of 3 children in her family. Malala's father, Ziaudani, who was a poet, activist, and an owner of a private girls' school, sparked Malala's interest in schooling from a young age. While Malala once dreamed of being a doctor, her father influenced her to become a politician and help change the world. In 2009, Malala began writing a blog for BBS in which she explained her schooling ambitions and she described her life. This gained her national recognition. Malala attended class at the school in which her father owned. In the documentary Class Dismissed, the Taliban announced over FM radio, after January 15th, girls must not go to school, otherwise the guardians in the school will be responsible. Malala's passion for school drove her to go against the Taliban, and she continued to go to class every day. Only now, she did not wear her uniform, and she hid her books under her clothing. Why did the Taliban care so much about girls' education anyways? Many parts of Pakistan continue to live with traditional standards. In Ifkhar Malik's book Pakistan, Malik states, there remains traditional patriarchal networks that are resistant to change, often defying efforts to improve political empowerment, economic enfranchisement, and gender equality. This was true of Swat, where Malala lived. Boys were allowed to continue their education without the fear that their schools were going to be blown up. On the other hand, girls' schools were being destroyed daily without a second thought. The Taliban, also known as TTP, is an organization aimed to control the people of their country. When a person acts out against the government of the Taliban, they are punished. The same organization that took over SWAT in 2007 was also responsible for the obliteration of girls' schools. Why would the Taliban be so interested in girls' education, you may ask? According to Newsweek's October 29, 2012 edition, an article entitled The Girl Who Changed Pakistan summed it up well, and it said, terrorism bears within its own seed of its destruction. What schools with a good syllabus can offer is a timeless and universal appeal of critical thinking. This is what the Taliban are most afraid of. Critical thinking has the power to diffuse terrorism. It is an internal liberation that jihadism cannot offer. What happened to Malala in the years to come will forever change her life. According to Time magazine's The 100 Most Influential People in the World, on October 9, 2012, while Malala was headed home from school, a Taliban member, armed with gun in hand, boarded Malala's bus and shot her and 2 other schoolgirls, quote, attempting to both kill Malala and, as the Taliban later said, teach a lesson to anyone who had the courage to stand up for education, freedom, and self-determination, especially for girls and women. Malala was then taken to a nearby hospital where they airlifted her to Birmingham, England for further help. In Time magazine's April 2013 magazine, Aaron Baker says in an article about Malala Yousafzai, 5 months and several surgeries later, Malala is back in school uniform, albeit the Kelly Green and Navy of Birmingham's Edgbaston High School for girls, where she's expected to finish her education. Already an icon to thousands of girls around the globe, Malala continues to draw attention about facilitating help for girls who wish to receive an education. She has become a hero to all those who want a better life for themselves. Malala's actions have not gone unknown. She has received several awards which include, but are not limited to, Pakistan's first National Youth Peace Prize, runner-up of International Children's Peace Prize, Humanitarian Award from Harvard University, and the Amnesty International Ambassador of Conscience Award. She even addressed the United Nations about bettering the school for girls. Malala recently spoke at Clinton's Global Initiative Annual Meeting. A September 25, 2013 broadcast story by CBS showed footage from Malala's speech. In this speech, she spoke about the inequality we face in our country and said, even in America, people are waiting for a woman president. After giving this speech, Malala was presented the Clinton Global Citizens Award. She has now made a $3 million deal for a book which comes out October 8th. Malala Yousafzai is a young, courageous 16-year-old girl who almost died fighting to get a better education for her and thousands of others. She continues to make strides for bettering of education for girls around the world by persistently speaking at different national events about the importance of this topic. She did not let those bullet wounds stop her from doing what she loves. In Newsweek's October 29, 2012 edition, there was an article entitled "The Girl Who Changed Pakistan," in which Malala's father spoke, "Education is a light and ignorance is a darkness. We must go from the darkness into the light." And this is a picture of Malala. And there is my audience.